And now we wait for YouTube to catch up. Alrighty, YouTube. There you go. Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. J, and I'm starting this a little later than I might have wanted to, but you know what? It's been a long day, and I'm happy to end it with something a little less insane. So, on that note, we've investigated pretty much everything that we can reasonably investigate within Long Watch Falls. We've seen to the Torn Pack, which led us here. We've seen what what the quote pearl was, and now that I think of it, I realize that I forgot to see to everything related to this before coming back. I'm pretty sure, well, the problem is I didn't have a good idea as to what exactly the riddle was. So I guess since I don't have a good idea, I might as well say it. I did look it up because I had guessed Gilded Veil, and that was a close assumption, but it wasn't quite correct. So because I didn't quite figure it out, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna deal with the curse through whatever awaits us in Russet Wood. And that is gonna be my penance for having to look it up. So, plenty more to see to within the White March, so let's see what awaits us.
Sure.
A Winter Wolf. Oh, that's the wrong key button. Been playing KOTOR, and the quick load button on KOTOR is F5, which also just happens to be the quick save on this one. This wolf lies in the snow, panting with exhaustion and pain. An arrow has pierced its foreleg, jutting gruesomely from the animal's flank. The wolf growls softly as you approach, tail between its legs. You approach the wolf slowly, speaking in low and calm tones. Gradually the wolf stills, though it still gazes up at you fearfully. The wolf appears to have crossed a hunter's path. A silver arrow juts from the wolf's right foreleg, embedded a short distance into the limb. Even so, you suspect that trying to remove the arrow without knowledge and care could provoke further injury. Your efforts to calm the wolf seem to have paid off, but the creature remains still as you work, save for the occasional whimper. You carefully pull the arrow free and then bind the wound. Barely an instant after you have finished, the wolf suddenly scrambles to its feet. It regards you for a few long moments, and then sets off through the trees at a limping trot. Alrighty, I hope that won't have... I wonder what kind of interesting consequences will result from that. Huh, what are these crystals? They don't look natural. Well, I guess we'll find out before too long. Anything more disaway? Wait, a quest item, silver arrow. That's a quest item? This tarnished silver arrow has survived its stay in a wolf's flank largely unscathed, though the carefully etched fletching has been gnawed on. Holding the arrow makes the hairs rise on the back of your hand. Oh, lovely. I can't wait to see what kind of consequences taking the arrow is going to have. It's going to be so lovely. Winter Wolves. And druids, apparently. I think those are druids. Yep, druids. Okay.
Yeah?
Let's see, what do we want to do? Jeez. Alrighty. How we doing? Actually, haven't taken a whole lot of damage yet. Alrighty. Oh, bestiary progress. Nice. There we go. Oh, that's neat.
Try something.
Oh, that's not working? Okay, then stab it! Don't worry, you already have everything you need to beat it. The power to believe in myself? No, a knife! Stab it!
Yeah?
If you know where that's from, congratulations. You're
Hey
a
there.
nerd. What might this be? Stag hide.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what that'll entail. Let's see, what's over this way? So, not anything too serious with respect to combat. Although this is a pretty wide field. Kind of surprised at that. Wonder what kind of silliness will await us. Oh, great, blights! These things have been so kind to me.
Yeah?
Oh, geez, and there's a lot of them. Okay, you know what? I don't want to think. Get out the big gun.
Guess it works.
That was the wrong target to send away, wasn't it? Alright, Duran's... Wait, use this. And of course, she's down. Man. Glass cannon is no joke.
Let's burn the
Well, at least combat's relatively simple against them. Relatively, anyway. Alright, simple enough.
Hey there.
At least I get plenty of essence for future use if I ever find time to figure out the crafting system. Honestly, I think at the start of the next stream I should probably just hunker down and spend time mulling over the crafting system, seeing what exactly can be done with it. Oh look, ice beetles. I mean, they're beetles, so presumably I'll have an easier time dealing with them,
Yeah.
right?
That's how it's done.
Alright, so this is per rest. Let's see, and this is per...
That's it!
What knocked those two down? Ah, well. You know what, let's use per rest abilities. Hiya! If a dare will ever use it, anyway.
Hi?
Well, if you're gonna get that close, stop knocking me over! Stop knocking me over, you scum! Stop it! I just want to have a normal day. Stop knocking me over, you scum.
I'll teach you a...
Lead the way.
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
Yeah, I probably should have put a little more healing spells into that.
The Baru is beyond seeking.
Kaboom. What's a dare doing? Get over here.
Not getting through me.
What?
There we go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sure.
Alright, a bit rough, but nothing we couldn't handle, I suppose. What's next on the chopping block? What might this be? You spy a tuft of fur caught on the shrub. You recognize the scent of a wolf. Oh, right. That nonsense. Well, I know I'll run into it eventually, right? Let's just keep making the rounds. Bitter spirits, huh? That's new. They seem to die quickly, though. Oh dear, those things. Let's knock it over before any trouble starts. Oh geez, Alot's getting hit. Man, they really like targeting Alot for some reason. I'm already gonna have to rest this early into the stream? Good lord. There we go. Also, give me a second, I need to turn down my desktop volume, as per usual. Let's set it to there. Yeah, a little higher. There we go. I'm happy now.
Sure.
Nice thing about this is that with how I've set the volume, it's relatively straightforward to mess with on my end without affecting the stream. Moving on. This looks almost like an altar. Let's touch it. This simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves, and feathers. A pair of curving bones flank the altar. The shrine does not appear to be frequented very often, though traces of old candle wax line the edges of the stone. Under a dusting of frost, you note a rectangular section of the altar's surface that seems to be cleaner than the rest, as if something once rested here. Touch it! You feel a tingle run up your arm as you set your fingers to the altar. In the instants after, the wind seems to die down, the sound of the wilderness growing muted to your hearing. Then you hear a sudden low growl, quickly joined by more. A vision strikes you like a sudden memory, though it is unbound by time or place. Within a sea of darkness, you see a great beast, formless save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps with increasing desperation and savagery, and for a moment you feel its rage as your own, a possessive fury that tears at you. Something has been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be blood. The vision fades just as swiftly as it comes. The altar stands silent and still, and the air fills again with the occasional trill of birdsong. Oh, this is part of the wolf quest? Interesting. Shrine of Gallowan. Is that... Well, chat mentioned last time that it ended up being a werewolf. But... could that be what triggered it then? I guess we'll see. Although lycanthropy, I'm not... actually, there are some settings that have lycanthropy spawned from... What's it? From magic. Boots of Speed. Yes, I know I need to organize again. Alright, sort by item type. Okay, so that's just equipable. Okay, so that's stuff that you equip in your hands. Where are boots? Well, this is the right section, it would seem. Oh, they just ended up in Adair's inventory. Okay, cool. That simplifies my life. Alright, +3 move speed specifically. I'm not sure how useful that'll be, given the circumstances, but... yeah, maybe if Haravias needs to get in,
Yeah?
get in close in a hurry. So the landslide marked out over here. Interesting that that's all that's winterable. Huh. Okay, that explains why there's shadow over there, because it seems that there's... Hello? This looks like it'll be interesting to follow up. A group of elves stand in a scattered ring around an ogre, but they do not appear to be engaged in a battle. The ogre is bound with rope, and one of the elves tug harshly on the line tied around the ogre's neck. "This is pointless, beast. You won't get anywhere being stubborn." The ogre only snorts angrily and pulls back on the rope. Two other elves prod him somewhat timidly with their pole axes. The ogre does not budge. "Hey, Vamril." One of the elves has turned to look at you, motioning at the man occupied with the ogre. The elves turn to look at you, hands falling to their weapons. Vamril gives a final sharp yank on the rope before he turns as well. "You're a long way from home." "Oh, we'll be further from it still tomorrow. Just picking up some help along the way." "What are you doing to that ogre?" "This creature will accompany us to Waystrand. We've had some trouble on the roads, but having an ogre along should put an end to it. I purchased him from some slave hunters not far from here, looking to recoup their expenses, I expect. Not sure he's worth quite so much. Much coin." "Need some help?" "A kind offer, but we have it under control. The beast came along meekly enough before. I'll have it so again shortly." Rather sad specimen for an ogre. "He came cheap. We need the muscle. Gods know they're good for little else." Varmel gives the rope another tug. The ogre's already impressive scowl deepens. The ogre gives a great bellow and suddenly lunges backward, tearing the rope free of his captor's hands. With a triumphant roar, the ogre pulls apart the bindings on his arms. "Look what you've done! Stop that ogre, but don't damage my property! And bring me that fool's head!" I get the feeling that if I don't comment on the ogre, I might have a more interesting response. It's just because I can do a special thing regarding a stat check doesn't mean I always should. So, it's taking its sweet time to load though. And again, I have been working my computer pretty hard lately. Got a lot of stuff that I've needed to compress. Here we are. You aim a solid punch at the elf's face, but the blow only sends her stumbling a few steps backward. "We're under attack!" She draws her blade, and the other elves turn toward you. Oh, looks like I'm fighting him no matter what. I don't remember what this does. Ah, dazed.
Show 'em how it's done! I'll let my...
Okay, let's pull this out.
That's not very helpful.
Alright, I already used all of those. Eventually they're gonna die. It's taking them a while though.
That's not very helpful. Ah.
Ben! Mow it.
Yeah, why is it taking so long on these guys? Don't think it would be this much normally. Oh, there we go.
Ah, thank.
Well, that was useless.
Let's have it! Curse!
Oh wow, that dodge rate. Break out Spirit Shift and have it out. Or just get stuck, I guess.
I'll chew the grist.
Alrighty, I guess that's just that. Actually, I just had a thought. What if this I just had a thought. If I want to negotiate... Okay, now I know I can beat him if I need to. But I get the feeling that if I can potentially rescue that ogre as a bargaining chip later on, I suspect that I might be able to do that anyway. So, we'll hold off for now. Just in case. Alright, there we go. We'll mark that.
Hey there.
Because by the laws of
Ever tried
CRPG...
three-point nettle?
I used to smoke that a few years back. Love the flavor, but got tired of smelling like it.
How about deer cap?
Long as I don't need to be anywhere for a couple days.
Yeah?
Ever spent an evening with a comely lass while on deer cap?
Thought that was the point.
These stones are strangely warm to the touch, though most of the runes are indecipherable. A few look like
Sure.
names.
You should test that ice with something heavy. Make sure it's safe. Maybe with an overweight priest that can't shut up.
Oh, this looks like it'll be interesting. As you walk toward the frozen pond, a figure appears through the mist. Kneeling down next to a hole on the ice, the figure picks up a large chest and throws it into the water without hesitation. The figure looks around. You glimpse a face you've seen before. Cuxetl, one of Lapta's acolytes, pulls a hood over his head and throws a leather bag over his shoulder. Without looking back, he walks away in the direction of Stalwart Village. Well. Cloudy water is visible through a large hole cut through the thick ice. It's larger than the fishing hole, wider than a broad Seto Mawa. Stirred, the surface of the water laps against the layered ice. You reach out to test the water. It nips at your fingers with every ripple, quickly numbing your hand after a few seconds. You carefully inspect your surroundings. Animal tracks are plentiful. What appears to be the footprints of Kith are also present near the hole. Looking closer into the hole, you notice a jagged ring of frost adhering to its walls. It has been rebroken, perhaps more than once. The waters swirl, silty and nearly opaque. You attempt to see through the murk, but can make out nothing in particular. Who will dive in? Let's see. Alof begins to draw energy out of the ether and into a grimoire. There is a sudden flash of light from the open pages, and you are bathed in a protective aura. You dip your hand into the water. You can feel its ripples climbing up your skin, but you notice no change in temperature, as if the water itself has become lukewarm. The cold, it seems, is no longer a threat. I'll try. You dive into the water. The turbulent darkness engulfs you, but its embrace feels almost warm and welcoming. Occasionally, a cold shiver runs through your limbs, but the protection offered by the spell lets you swim with ease to the bottom of the pond. Directly below the hole, at the very bottom, your hands find heavy objects made of wood and metal. They are chests, small but heavy. You start to bring them up to the surface, one by one, struggling to carry their weight through the water. After a heroic effort, you come out of the frozen pond. You let a few minutes pass to recover from the ordeal, and then you're ready to inspect your findings. The chests are marked with symbols of Andra. You grab one of them and pry its lid open to reveal its contents. Inside, all you see are rocks. You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same result greets you after opening it. More rocks and nothing of value. something is assuredly amiss. As proof of your findings, you take one of the empty chests with you.
Yeah?
Interesting. That I wouldn't have expected. Oh boy, monsters. So, is the person that I saw taking the stuff, his carcass steams in the snowy chill? Kill is recent. So, wait a minute. Does that mean that whoever just dumped them off has been spiriting them away for his own sake? Oh boy, Stelgare. I guess there's my answer to what a Stelgare is. Alright, as per usual, since it looks like we're in for a tough fight.
More than raw!
Alright, that should do. Aw, crap. We just got hit by an insect swarm, didn't we? And unfortunately, Aloth is about to meet his end. If I'm not careful.
That's it!
Okay, what can I do? Well, focus what spells you have left on dealing with what remains in this group.
Try something else.
Wait, did I just say try something else? No, that's a bad sign.
More than
Wait, where'd you come from? Well, whatever the case may be, Aloth is at 1,
Hey there.
so we better rest for the night. Alright, so that's what a Stelgare looks like.
Sure.
Fair enough. Okay, let's camp for the night. Oh dear. That's actually a pretty difficult opponent to deal with. I might want to double back there at some point. Remind me, how far away is Cadnua? I want to say it was a day's travel, so I should be able to rest out here one more night. And then I can head back to Cadnua.
What do you suppose that bally thing is?
Scroll of Revival. Ooh, pretty. It's actually a pretty large haul. Oh, this looks like it'll be fun. Ah, more of these guys. This time, hopefully, I won't have run into as many problems with people getting cut off from each other. Okay, since there's a fair number, we'll go ahead and get out the big gun. And just for fun.
Let's burn this away!
Oh geez, that hit hard.
Like it.
Geez, someone doesn't want Durance to survive this nonsense.
Like it hurt.
Okay, I think we're good now. Whew, someone did not want Durance to live through that.
Sure.
Cave. And what looked like... Wow, that's a lot of human remains. And animal remains, now that I look at it. Picked clean by the looks of it. Though picked clean by what? Oh, this looks lovely. This looks so... Oh! Hi! Standing tall amongst the wolves inhabiting the cavern, this creature turns to face you as you venture forward. Scores of wounds and scars riddle its hide, and one dull eye stares out blindly from its skull. It growls a threat as you approach, one echoed by its fellows. You know this half-wolf for the spirit-shifted form of a druid, though you see no gleam of kith intelligence within its gaze. At the creature's feet lie two villagers, one heavily wounded. The other holds an arm across his stomach, and he looks up at you with pleading eyes.
Help! Please help us!
As the beast turns its head back toward the hunter, you sense a strange aura emanating from it. It is as if the hide were holding in a tempest of soul essence, fierce and all-consuming as flame. Can you understand me? The creature snaps and snarls, evidently uncomprehending. It edges toward the nearest hunter, even as it watches you balefully with its single eye. It takes little effort before the beast's soul threatens to overwhelm you with its intensity. Wrath and hunger buffet you on all sides, until you reach through the storm to find a smaller, dimmer pulse of light, and are swept headlong into a memory. The chill bites into your cheeks, and your lungs burn a little from the run. You look down at the little wooden carving in your hand, and run your thumb along the edge of the carved bear's spine. The totem has already brought you luck. You found 2 rabbits and as many snares, and that's a rare enough feat these days. You're certain now that this was a gift from Gallowan, that you were meant to find it on that lowly shrine and take it. So, your father's voice snaps you out of your reflections, and you rush forward to rejoin him beside the campfire. You brandish the hairs and catch a glimpse of a rare smile under his graying beard. But the smile disappears almost immediately, as a shadow falls over you both. You feel the rush of wind a moment before the log comes crashing down, and roll out of the way just in time. You hear your father cry out in pain, somewhere nearby. Both the hairs and the totem slip from your grasp. You can feel power surging within you. Your heart thunders in your chest, but instinct pulls your senses into order, and you feel the familiar stretch of limbs, the sudden dizzying shift in height. But something is wrong. Your senses are fading rather than growing stronger. There's a howling in your head like a screaming chorus, and everything in you shrieks for you to bite, to tear, to eat. The memory slips from you, and when you come back to yourself, the beast is shaking its head as if to clear an itch, clawing at its ears. Soldrin? I've seen this before. I don't think you're gonna get any answers beyond growls and dripping slobber. As you draw back, one of the winter wolves suddenly leaps in front of the hunters, taking up a defensive posture. By the way it favors its legs, you recognize the wolf you helped in the wilds. May still be at the old campsite where it was dropped. Just in case. If ever these saves get to be too much, I can always just get rid of a few of them. But for now... So, if that were returned, I wonder if things would go back to normal. So, old campsite, right? Woodcutter's Grove.
Hey, I'm sorry about what I said before. About the skin-faced Orlans.
It's all right. I knew what you were trying to say, and that's why I didn't gut you.
I didn't know I was saying something bad.
I get it. I get it. Let's just put it behind us.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
What? No! Damn it, Adair! Is your family tree just one looping square?
That's one way to put it. So, Shrine of Gallowan over there. Woodcutter's Grove over there. So... may still be at the old campsite where it was dropped. So I wonder where that old campsite is, then. Oh, this looks lovely. Oil of resourcefulness. Journal pages. Day 4. Took another stag down today. Still not enough hides to make the trip worth it. Day 6. Blizzard coming. Staying put until it passes. Day 9. Close call with a pair of ogres. Luckily they didn't see us. Day 11. Tracking a large bear that Nirin spotted from the ridge. Might even be Greyjaw. My grandfather told me stories about him. Wouldn't that be something if we were the ones to finally kill him? Day 12. It's definitely Greyjaw. We're dangerously close to the Ogre Cavern, but we've got Greyjaw trapped in his hide is too valuable to pass up. The 3 of us should be able to handle one bear. They were not able to handle one bear, were they? So what makes Greyjaw dangerous? Oh dear.
Hey there.
I don't want to take any risks with this one. Magic him! Oh geez, that's a durable bear. That's a very durable bear. Actually, wait, that could end badly if you're not careful. So heavy physical defense.
Hey.
We'll say it isn't great, so that's probably my answer.
Lavaru beyond seek.
There we go. Ah, jeez. Down he goes. So we've got those camping
Sure.
supplies there if we need them. Alrighty, let's see what else lies around here. Crag Ogre.
I'll teach you a
Oh jeez, I forgot. The cannoneers are really nasty if I'm not careful.
Let's burn this away.
Does this work on them? No, they don't count as Kith. At least that attack missed. Ow.
Let's. I'll let migrants fire. Let's burn this away.
Ow. Ow. That stung. Knock him down. Then go knock this one a boot. Or miss, I guess. Okay, those screams amuse me, I must admit. Those. Oh jeez, that's Outlaw taking hits. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Look.
blood makes the grass.
Well, that was surprisingly deadly.
Yeah?
Alright, they have been seen to. It's fast mode to get our endurance back up. I guess this must be the ogre camp. Let's see. Flames that whisper caverns. So, real quick. The ogre matron. Actually, now that I think of it, bring up the map real quick. I'm trying to remember where... Somewhere in the ice caves. I don't know if this is exactly what we would be running into, but... That's That's a little more intense than I anticipated. I get the feeling I don't want to go too far in here yet. This must be the objective.
Sure.
There's no accounting for taste.
You're wonderful, Aloth. The petrified skull is as cold and hard as stone. Wax tears dribble from the eye sockets. Upper cavern? I don't think I want to investigate this just yet. Let's get the lay of the entire area around here first, and see if we can resolve matters with that spirit-shifted druid first. If we can, great. If not, well, we'll do the best we can. This looks like that old campsite. Oh, that's...
Light, flame, and sound. We think to ourselves.
So we've got this campsite. But based on the description, I doubt that it holds what we're looking for. A Dargle? Gently with the fingers. They're the best part. I don't want... A slow smile creeps across her face as you approach. The other men and women turn to look at you, their mouths filthy with blood and gobbets of flesh. Well, hello there, handsome. What brings you to this part of the rusted wood? I'm looking for an ogre matron. Oh, how nice. She stares at you intently now and doesn't appear to have heard your answer. I've never tasted Orlin flesh before. I wonder if boiling you first would get rid of all that fur. She licks her lips. Are you crazy? If you'll boil me, you lose all the flavor. You want to peel the skin off with the... Haravia shifts back and forth. I should think more before I talk. Remind me. I don't want to fight you. Good. We'll kill you quick. You won't feel a thing. Oh, that's lovely. A beguiler, huh? Alright then. Both of you break out the big gun.
Yes?
And then, as your opening
Yes.
volley, fireball! Okay, why the hell are we getting stunned? I think that's what's happening anyway. Oh jeez, this did not go the way I planned.
Something.
Well, that fire seemed to do something.
Need something?
Petrified, great. I might actually be able to win this in spite of the trouble I've just run into.
Lafaru.
Although it looks like it's going to be tough. You know what? Sunlance is a pretty powerful spell from my experience. Let's try that out. Or maybe not. Stop stunning me.
Need something?
Or paralyzing, I guess.
Blood makes the grass. Ah! 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 makes the grass grow?
Alright, so we've got a difficult encounter we need to deal with. Okay, so with that in mind, it looks like I do have the means by which to deal with it, but I suspect what ended up happening is that either because of a conversion spell of some kind or some other nonsense, the big guns got turned against me. I think that's what happened anyway, but it's honestly hard. It was honestly hard to tell with all the particle effects going every which way. So with that in mind,
Yeah?
let's bring Haravias to the second layer so it'll be easier to account for him. Then as per usual, since we don't have Ichimak as our sacrificial lamb, Adair will have to suffice. Why don't you tell me what brings you here? The god of death has willed that we are to remain here as servants of the Pallid Knight. There is a path to the wheel that some stray from, patrons of animancy, the very old, the blindly lucky. We set them right, and Barath allows us to consume them, that we might continue his work until it is decided that we too have overstayed. But until then, we relish the journey.
Hey there.
You know what, I don't use summoning spells very often. Let's try this out. Fireball! Oh shoot, that struck us. Oh yeah, chain lightning. Let's test this out.
Love. Beyond seek.
Okay, why is Alot taking damage? Oh, probably because of that. Oh well. Oh yeah, it's definitely because our big guns are being trained on technical allies.
Someone check on Alof.
Oh, someone check on Alof! I did. He's down. Oh man. Oh well, I'll let Adair keep doing his thing. Haravias, it's your turn for the big gun.
What makes the grass grow?
Wait, Adair's down? How'd that happen? Oh, well, whatever the case may be.
Need something?
What are you doing standing there? Kill him! Okay, we need more magic. More of this.
More than raw.
There we go. Now just need to keep yourself alive.
Yeah. Oh.
Just keep him stunned.
Almost tripped over for Haravia.
Oh man, this has been tough. Okay, let's try this now.
I was going for. Slow down. We got time to catch our breath.
Well, that almost worked. Almost worked. Okay, so given that... That's gonna be fun to figure out.
Hey.
Why do you care? Oh, how nice. I think it's time to enable per-rest abilities. We're all involved.
How may I help? Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
Ah, God. God, that initial volley is just the worst. Okay, so no big gun right off the... Okay, no big gun initially then. No big gun initially. So that lightning spell is only a good idea after we know there's not going to be any problems related to any conversion of any kind. So, with that in mind, we're going to try this again. So first, we're going to enable our per-rest abilities.
Need something?
Hey there.
Hmm?
Alright, let's try this again.
If it makes you rest easier.
Hey.
Okay, so let's see. Haravias.
Yes.
Not letting me choose me, huh? Oh, that's because I've been taken over. That's why.
Someone check on Alok!
Good lord! They immediately just convert. Oh god, that was rough. Oh man, I'm gonna need to bolster my will saves a little more. Oh man, they just made a beeline for Aloth Endurance and just wrecked us. Ow. That sucked.
Hey.
Let's see.
Need something?
Let's see what to do.
There's a better way to handle this.
How the hell do I deal with this? What the hell is causing this and how do I deal with it? Good lord. Okay. I need to figure out which characters specifically are causing this, because this is getting really obnoxious. You know what? We're going to turn off party AI And we're gonna do this all manually. We're gonna figure out what exactly is going on here. We're gonna figure out how to deal with this. And with any luck, we'll be able to power through. Okay, turn off all AI.
Of course.
Hey there.
All right.
Just like old time.
And now I get converted.
Will do.
Good lord, half our team gets converted. Another half gets paralyzed. Okay, Alos's back on his feet. Okay, with that in mind. So what's causing the conversion? Probably the Beguilers, honestly, so let's set our sights on killing them quickly. At the risk of killing Haravias, we need these guys down. Okay, what else can we do?
Consider it.
Lava.
Lava roots.
Tell me,
Hey,
That was annoying.
Need something?
What?
hi?
That was really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're dead now.
Mm-hmm.
Many of these frozen corpses are missing fingers or have had chunks of flesh cut out from their thighs and torsos. Actually, out of curiosity, going through my quest items, I wonder if I've already found what I'm looking for. Possibly. Well, either way, let's keep looking around. Man, there are camping supplies everywhere around here. Ah, great, Logothoth. Just what I needed more of today.
Something? Something?
One then run!
Yeah, I'm gonna need to rest before dealing with that bunch. Phew. Why did I choose the harder mode? Ah, man, I'm making way too much noise right now. At least
Hey there.
I've got an excuse to rest.
Scenic marches and campfire feasts. Like the good old days on the Valian front. You got any memories like that, Adair?
Well, let's see. Sometimes we'd march 2-3 days without sleep. Start seeing things that weren't there.
Nice thing about mercenary work is you can always quit.
Heh.
Something?
Uh-huh.
Jeez, how have I already taken so many hits? That was with a heal too, good lord. These Logothoth are the worst.
I'm here.
How did they just kill so quickly? I don't get it. And now Aloth's about to take the brunt of it. Can we at least kill one of them before that happens? Or will I not be so lucky? Okay, good. At least one is dead before Aloth inevitably falls. Ooh, that helped. Burn him!
Will do.
Okay, so we've still got a couple Logothoth that need to be dealt with. Otherwise, we're just going to be dealing with healing bullshit all day. Unfortunately, most of our party's down. Shit! God, oh man, why did I choose to increase the difficulty of this? They said I was over leveled, dang it. And I guess I was, but... Huh. Apparently I didn't. Oh man. Well, whatever the case may be, we will try again. Worst case scenario, I re-enable rest abilities.
Hey there. Hey there.
Maybe if I approach them from a different direction, I can avoid the ice trolls. Or at least bait out only the ones I want to deal with. Alright, there's the target. let's shred him as best we can first. Oh jeez, how am I so close to dead already? Good lord. Where am I even? How are you only barely injured? You've thrown 50 million spells in your butt. What the hell is this? This is a starting area. Come on. Apparently I do not have the patience for combat tonight. What the hell? How did I deal with these guys last time? Well, last time I didn't have these really durable ice trolls to deal with.
Hey there.
Well, let's try focus firing the trolls first.
Lafaru.
Beyond
And I'm already at 0. That's not fair. Not even Adair is withstanding all this bullshit. That's how I know this is bullshit. But not even Adair can reasonably stand up to him. You know something's wrong. Oh, now the ice troll finally goes down. If there weren't such durable ice trolls, and if there weren't also the Lagufoth, this might be manageable, but god, the fact that there's both. Okay, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Instead of having me take the first blow, we'll have Haravias take the first blow, since that he's got boots of speed and can run away after the initial strike. Maybe draw out the singular Lagufoth. I think that's what we're gonna have to... I think that's what it's gonna have to boil down to at this point.
Hey there.
Or maybe if I'm lucky, I can just draw away... I guess we'll see.
Yeah?
Maybe if I'm lucky, I can just draw away a troll. Nope. We got the whole pack. Alright, so now that we're at this stage. Well, since I'm about to die, may as well go all out. What the hell is this?
Just tasting breakfast.
Back.
How have we lost 2 party members and haven't even taken out a single ice troll? This is bullshit.
You gotta take better.
Well, these Durans can last a while, courtesy of what he's got going for him.
Try something else.
Catman's down.
Huh. Baravias rushing the Lagufoth actually almost killed it. Maybe that's the secret. We need to draw... Okay, so here's what we'll do then. We'll draw away the 3 ice trolls and then... and that Lagufoth. And once we do that, we're going to have Durance as another distraction, using the fact that he's got a way to create mirror images pretty easy, well, automatically effectively. And then once that we've done that, alright, let's draw him away. And then you're gonna run straight past. Oh crap, that didn't work.
What makes the
Blast!
Well, that didn't work. Shit! Okay, so what am I supposed to do then, game? You're not giving me a lot of options here. Yeah, man. I clearly do not have the patience for this. I probably should stop. Well, we'll try one more time, and if this fails, we'll explore elsewhere.
Sure.
Yeah? A sec. We're than rock. That didn't work.
You're not.
Huh. Your wand isn't being effective?
I'll chew.
Maybe that's part of the problem, is that... Ow. Alright, let's try having Haravias go into beast form. Spirit shift. Alright, that one's down.
Francis!
The angry one is down. Someone might want to check on him.
Of course.
Yeah?
The angry one. Okay, progress of a sort. Alright. Let's wait for endurance to come back. Then we'll see if we can deal with the rest. Okay.
Ah, thank more than wrong!
Okay, but first we need to basically focus fire this guy down. Or I'll just have Haravias walk to his death, apparently. Okay, that was dumb. Well, the strategy of drawing a small number away worked last time, so let's try it again. Whew. Maybe I should have gone to investigate that
Sure.
cave.
Hey,
Sure.
I don't care if they go after Adair first.
Show him how.
There we go. Huh. The Lagerfont didn't pursue? Not that I'm complaining, I'm just surprised.
Show him how it's done.
Alright, that one down. Excellent. Most excellent.
Hey there.
Also, why is YouTube telling me that my bitrate is low? Audio stream's current bitrate. Hang on, I'm gonna kill desktop audio so I can listen to this. Okay, YouTube's just lying to me.
Sure.
Wouldn't be the first time, I suppose. But this time it should be easy enough to deal with you, even if I go down. Just to be on the safe side, though, let's give him a couple good spells.
Leave it to me!
Okay, that took way more work to tear apart than it should have been.
Yeah?
That took way more work to tear apart than it should have been. Ugh. If I never see another Lagofoth, it'll be too soon. Oh, another camp. Oh, this looks special. This cracked wooden staff is nearly buried beneath the frost and snow. To your senses, the gathered essence shines like a beacon. The camp is long abandoned, and what remains is buried beneath a layer of ice and snow. The staff seems to be the sole item of note. You reach out with your watcher's senses and feel the drifting soul surge forward as if eager to be heard. A feeling of fear and urgency ripples through you. Here across the distance spanned by time and identity, you know only that you are out of time. Did you think... Oh.
Did you think to escape me by climbing a mountain? I would have tracked you across the sea, thief.
Please, Master, have mercy. I kept the grimoire hidden safely away, and I can take you to it.
The book is nothing. If you had studied a little longer, you might have learned that. But no apprentice of mine will steal from me and live.
Wait, no!
I think I can guess how that turned out. Wonder if I'll end up running into that guy at some point. Another camp.
You might find this interesting.
The Hunter's Totem. Excellent. Now we can go back to that Shrine of Gallowan, and hopefully that'll help. Think anyway. Yep. Single file, children. As you set the totem back down onto the shrine, the wind suddenly picks up, lifting powdery snow and leaves into the air. You hear the distant bang of howls upon the breeze, and the air grows thick with the scent and taste of copper and gunpowder. The bear carving's eyes seem to gleam, pinpoints of crimson against a sudden growing darkness. Lean shadows prowl against the backdrop of the stone altar, and for one timeless moment, you feel as if you are being pulled away by a current of fear and ferocity, the thrill of chasing and the panic of being pursued. At last it releases you, and the shadows melt away onto the day's light. In the distance you hear a mournful howl. I'd say I accomplished my aim, as it were. Well, let's see what remains. This young man nearly vanishes within his tattered fur. Both man and hide are covered in patches of grime and dried blood. His head snaps up immediately as you enter, and you find yourself on the receiving end of a fearful, one-eyed gaze.
What? What's happened? Who are you?
I've returned the totem to Gallowan. You're cured.
Gallowan, the totem! I took it to gift to Father, and then the ogre attacked. I changed, and it was like I was shackled to someone else. He wanted to chase, to hunt forever.
Gallowan is a terrible gift giver in my experience.
I remember it in pieces. It's mostly darkness, but I could see. Sometimes. I think I hurt someone. Wait. My father. Thiersch. Is he alive? Where is he?
He's injured but alive.
Oh, merciful gods. I don't know what to say. What you must have seen of me.
He looks to the bones scattered across the cavern floor and cringes.
I remember the taste. How can I return home after all this?
Your father would have helped you if he could. He'll be glad to see you.
Do you think so? I fear he may greet me as a monster still. But then, if that is the sentence I've earned, I will accept it. I will go home and beg my father's forgiveness. To you, I offer this. It is the dearest thing I own.
He lifts an amulet over his head and hands it to you.
I will tell my father what you have done for me. If you mean to return to Stalwart, perhaps you will find me there.
I guess I'll have to go back to... Alright, I guess I'll have to go back to the village then to see how that wraps up. See if there's anything else worth collecting from here. Some kind of wand by the looks of it. I'll have to investigate all that later. Yeah. Although, given how impatient I've been with this game through all the combat encounters, maybe it might not be a bad idea to see to whatever lies within that ogre camp. Go back to town to confront both the pond and the hunter, or at least discuss matters with them. Then after that, I can spend the next section by going and having a grand old time at Durgan's Battery. I think that'll probably work out for the best. Either way, let's see what kind of nonsense awaits us. I wonder what this is. Okay, they're going to be traps.
Die already! I'll
How did he expect that to go for him, I wonder? For a second, I expected somebody else to try rushing out at me.
Hey there.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Shh. That was just the hireling pay, right? Yeah. So how would I go about attempting to speak with the ogre matron? Unlocking that will require the proper key. Okay. Looks like nothing but crag ogres over in that direction.
Sure.
Wonder if there's anything over in this direction.
Hey there.
Cannoneer, don't overdo it. An ice chute. A wide shaft snakes deep underground. The lip is surrounded by scattered refuse and half-gnawed carcasses. The wisps of light wink along the walls below. Yet the chute disappears into the darkness. Peering into the depths, all you can see are shattered bones and streaks of frozen sludge stuck in the ice. A rancid odor of rotted meat wafts from the chute. The ice that varnishes the chute feels slick and smooth. It won't offer any traction. The faint echoes from the depths suggest that it's a long way down. However, you notice a thick stalagmite nearby. It looks sturdy enough to hold a rope and grappling hook. Before I do that...
Nice and quiet.
Well... I can't see to anything else without causing a commotion. Perhaps something of interest will be here. You secure your hook to a thick, solid-looking stalagmite, giving the rope a tug for good measure. It holds, and you cast the free end into the darkness of the chute. You grab the rope and plant your feet as best you can against the slippery ice. You lower yourself slowly, seeking out rough patches and ribs in the marbled and filth-streaked ice. After several minutes, the mouth of the chute disappears above you. The climb tests your patience more than your strength, forcing you to choose your footholds carefully, until the chute opens into a wide cavern around you. You lower yourself hand over hand, keeping your half-numb fingers wrapped around the rope. You still can't see the bottom, but as you look around, a glint of light catches your eye. You see a small outcropping clinging to the wall nearby. Skeletal remains cluster on the ledge, and between the bones you detect a glimmer. The edge of the outcropping is just close enough that you might be able to swing to it. Oh dear, that's not good. You heave your weight from side to side, building momentum. The rope creaks under the increasing stress, but the ledge is almost within reach. You swing once more. As your fingers brush the outcropping, a loud crack resonates down the chute, and the rope gives beneath your weight. You experience a panicked moment of freefall before the rope snags. While you can't see all the way to the mouth of the chute, you guess that your grappling hook dug its claw into the ridge in the ice just in time. It's holding, for now. You tighten your grip around the rope and consider your options as the rope creaks softly overhead. Let's secure it. Adair probably stands the best chance. Rope slips. Oh man. I want to try that again. I want to try that again. Alright, so... crap. Alright, so I can't do it. Can anyone in my party do it? Oh man. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to wait every time. What if I just try again? Nope. So much for that. Problem is, I don't know what I need to clear for it. Well, I'm trying to think. So what do I have? I'm trying to think of what I would need in order to deal with this? Probably athletics. Nope. So much for that. I get the feeling that no one in my group has the ability to do this. What if I just ignore it? Would I have a chance to get back for it later? Maybe? What if I just attempt to climb back up? Okay. Ravias? Nope. Well, what awaits us down below? That's the next question.
Sure. Sure.
A metric ton of lager, Bob. You know what? With how I am right now, I get the feeling that trying to do this... Yeah, I don't have the patience for this right now. I don't like the idea of ending earlier than I normally do, but... Still. I'm trying to think, what would I need in order to get through that? How do I get to that? Need a dexterity of 16? Does that give me anything useful? It looks like it could be. So, what would I need to bolster dex? Actually, there's probably camping that I can do back at... What is it? There's probably some camping that I can do back in another area that would allow me to see to that, so...
Sure.
We'll go ahead and use this as an excuse to double back. See the quest there. Alright, now we just need to... Yeah, let's see if there's anything over in this direction. Huh? Oh, come on. Ugh. I stopped paying attention for 1 second. Ah, well. I wonder. Yeah, I had a feeling. Sorry, getting distracted by other stuff. Okay.
Nice and quiet.
So, we'll try resting to get a dex bonus.
Hey
And
there.
honestly, I know I can get a dex bonus from Cad Nua, so worst case scenario, I could use it as an opportunity to...
You must gather your
see to that. So... wonder if I can... Yeah, I figured. Okay. Well, sorry. Should not be looking stuff up anyway. Yeah, I definitely have no patience right now if I'm looking stuff up.
Scenic marches and campfire feasts. Like the good old days on the Valian front. You got any memories like that, Adair?
Well, let's see. Sometimes we'd march 2-3 days without sleep. Start seeing things that weren't there.
Nice thing about mercenary work is you can always quit.
There we go. Alright, let's head back to Stalwart. I can use this as an opportunity to give people what for. Okay, so first things first. Burden of memory. What might this be? Oh yeah, that. I'll have to see to that before too long. Let's see if I'm allowed in here. And I'm able to resolve this nonsense. I found your chests. They were filled only with rocks. I see. No use in keeping this charade any longer, is there? Her group springs into action. The sounds of unsheathing blades fill the room. But we shouldn't act so rashly. She holds a hand up. The thieves keep their weapons pointed at you. We've been pretending, yes, but is it so different from what Andra's priests do? Villagers and travelers give us things they want to forget. We make them disappear. Isn't that the same thing? We aren't murderers, and we prefer to be as far away from this cursed place as we can. Lofted gestures at her accomplices. Why make a bloody mess out of this? I'm willing to help you look the other way. She fixes her eyes on you. Not a chance. I'll let the villagers decide what to do with you. Loftus stiffens, her face hard. As she raises her arm, the fold of her robes fall back to reveal a cocked pistol pointing at you. There we go. Man, this game is struggling. How? Lava! Alrighty, there we are. Oh wow, that looks pretty good. Whirling wave and dancing. Ooh, pretty.
Hey there.
Well, I guess that answers that question. Actually, that was not how I expected that to resolve itself, but I know where the gift bearer cast your heirlooms away. Hey, did you find them? What are the medallion? I have it. Let's see it. The dwarf draws a wide smile under his bristly beard. There it is. Okram takes the medallion gingerly in his palm, taking care not to smudge it with his dirty fingertips. Yes, it's her medallion. He smiles and manages to pull his attention back to you. You've done good today. I stood here today, I swear. If I had a kingdom's treasure to give you in return. I also found your armor. I don't need it. Don't know what I'd do with it. Keep it. More luck to you. He turns around and walks away, looking not at the path ahead, but at the precious heirloom clutched in his hands. Even so, the stride of his short legs seemed filled with confidence.
Adair, you were a military man. Ever consider making a career of it?
I did for a while. Then I heard you could make money shoveling pig shit. And thought that sounded better.
Well, at least it would get you out of the deerwood.
Heh. One way to put it. Will take some time, but Thirst looks up at you as approach. Alinar! Soldrin explains some part of what you did to save him, but I still cannot quite believe it. To think, all this time.
You couldn't have known, Father. Everything that happened, it was my doing. I tried to free myself, but
There will be time enough for that. Let us not dwell on it now.
Stranger, I never imagined I could not hope to see my son again. But you have returned him to me.
There's no reward I can offer that will match that, but I hope you will accept this. Glad to be of assistance.
You will always be welcome here. May the gods turn their gaze from you, stranger, and may your path be clear.
Alrighty,
Hey
there we
there.
go.
Father wants me to stay inside for a time. I don't think I can face anyone just yet.
There we are. So what's the cloak? Extra range damage and accuracy against beasts. How does that compare for you? That's range damage specifically. How much use to you? Since you seem to be getting knocked down a bunch, that seems like it'll work out just fine. So who needs bracers? Let's see what else will this do. More useful for a frontliner perhaps, but still might have some use. Good is this armor? Yeah, not bad. Alright. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of min-maxing once that I'm through all of this. Alright, let's see if I can get the... Actually, now that I think of it... Let me check. Actually, I know I can get the dex bonus from... What is it? I know for certain that I can get the dex bonus from resting at Cadnua, if I'm not mistaken. And I've got reason to go back anyway, given the attack that's about to come. So, real quick, let me just confirm that real quick. Section. Lore. Dex. Yes, I will get a dex bonus, and if I'm not mistaken, it's +3. Now, what will that... Now, it said I need a dex of 16 to get through. Okay, that would allow Haravias to do it. Or Aloth. Oh, wow, Aloth was actually one off. Maybe I didn't need to do that after all.
Sure.
Well, in that case, you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and end the stream. Let me just... I'll tab a few things real quick. Alright, we will end the stream by... Oh, game's paused. Let's fix that. We will end the stream by heading to Cadnua, resolving matters there. As I need to go back anyway to see to that nonsense. And then...
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins near my home, but your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
Glad to know you approve, I guess. Alrighty. Wait, wasn't there something else here that had triggered? Oh, that's just someone visiting for fun. Okay, let's resolve this then. Although now that I know that Aloth will be capable of making sure I'm good to go there. Alright, let's not mince words with these guys, especially since I'm going to be resting anyway.
Yeah?
Try something else!
Apparently I need to give you a better wand or something.
Consider it dead. Blood makes the rest wrong.
There we are. Looks like I'm gonna have to rehire a bunch of guys, but I do have the coffers of a CRPG at this point, so it's not as if I have too much to worry about in that regard. There we go. Now, we will rest. And then we will head over to the objective to get rid of the curse. And then we will call it.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Let's see. Hire 3 more to make up for what happens? Okay. What's being worked on? Huh, nothing at the moment. In that case, work on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we rest. Go for the +3 dex bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll set out. And just for fun...
May Wal watch your step. Ready.
Actually, real quick. Make sure Haravios doesn't have anything we care about. Alright, that should be fine.
May Wal watch your step.
Bring the grieving mother along. Now, off to our next objective. I just realized I didn't buy any camping supplies. Ah well, there'll be time enough for that later. Besides, I know there's a stray camping supply out where we were. So, if I'm not mistaken, I was correct in thinking about Gilded Vale, but I hadn't quite figured out exactly where to go. As it turns out, the Estern Wood is where I need to go for this. So, the Grey Sleeper. Rest among the hillocks where the dead folk sleep. Let's see. Find the sun-kissed hillock where the dead folk sleep. Rest beside their wasting flesh. Inspect what dreams you reap. That probably means resting out here, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I need to level up the Grieving Mother. It's easy enough. Save that for working on stealth, I guess. What is this? Oh yeah, level 6s. Oh, AoE. Substantial amount of crush damage. Disintegration. Whoa. That's a lot of damage. And what's Mind Plague? Dazed, confused. We'll go with Disintegration. Actually, I can go with both. Not a lot. That will do.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself back in the space inside the grieving mother's mind. It is familiar this time. And even though you feel you have seen countless birds from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. The sky is darkened, and the mist has risen from the forest to hem you in. You are trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, like warping metal. You grit your teeth against the noise, and yet as it rises, the eerie melody drives the numbness from your limbs and clears a space in the mist. The noise resolves into a dull tone. As it resounds through your bones, you see that your hands are in motion. And once again you are drawing forth life, something warm and fragile, struggling into the world. The scene feels familiar, a moment you have lived and dreamed 1,000 times before, and yet something ominous gnaws at the edges. The woman should be in pain, the natural pain of childbirth. You know this, but it is faint, distant, and you realize that you're soothing the pain with your mind, smoothing out the eddies of pain and relaxing her thoughts just enough so that she can still push from within, push the child forth. You are taking that pain onto yourself, but the pain has layers. One is a pressure, a familiar, welcoming pain, and the other, it is sharp, a razor at your consciousness, more recent than this memory. And as you try to recall how you've reached this place, you feel the same hollowness inside you, a pit filled with the clawing winds of a Beowalk. The very thought fills you with disquiet, like the memory of a nightmare. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes clear and sharp, yet somewhere distant they seem echoed by something else. Wails of sorrow. Tolling bells? It's impossible to tell. An inexplicable sense of dread fills your soul as the child makes its journey to you, push by push. A malicious presence seems to surround you, and you lean forward to shield the child. At last the baby emerges, wet and ruddy from its journey. A lifetime seems to have passed as the newborn moved from womb to world, and another seems to pass as you cradle the trembling child, waiting. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the chime echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul, but it is there. It is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before. And as your hand moves, the dull clangor sounds, and you feel a weight hanging from your wrist. You look down and see bones, tiny and malformed, hanging from a string above your wrist. They're heavier than they should be, and as they clank together, they make a noise like funeral bells. The mother is too intent upon her newborn to pay you any heed, and so you hide your wrists behind your back. She need never know. Can't ever know. As you hide the bone chimes, you shiver, in relief with premonition, at the chill wind that suddenly sweeps the plateau. The loamy soil squishes underfoot, and something invisible seems to rise from it. You detect essence, faint and barely perceptible, drifting up from the graveyard. The gray sleeper seems to feed on it, and the strange voices grow quieter still. Another verse gleams in the steel. Fingers of the world, Audra strong and whole, kneel before the pillars, bring order to your soul. Kneel before the pillars, bring order to your soul.
Sure.
The Glandfathen astronomers who predicted the lovers' tide that destroyed Andra's gift took many of their instruments and notes and hid them out of fear that they might be captured by adherents. Decades after the war, the tribes recovered the astronomers' work. Unfortunately, all of the original astronomers had died, and much of their writing was penned in an unknown cipher. 2 Valian dukes have offered a reward for anyone who can help crack the cipher for the Glandfathens. The tribes are reluctant to let anyone look at the notes, but believe it would be better to share their knowledge than let it remain a secret. Well, if Valians are involved, send Pelajani. So, Pillars of Audra, huh? There's about 50 different places that could be. Reach the pillars. Kneel before the pillars, bring order to your soul. Fingers of the world, Audra strong and whole. That almost sounds like something I'd find at Cadnua. Fingers of the world. Okay, I'm gonna see if my guess is correct. Because my guess is that it's going to be either the hand within... Let's see, it's going to be either the hand within Cadnua, or it's going to be one of the pillars. Yes, it is Cadnua. I knew it. Alright then. Back to Cadnua. Although not quite what I expected there. It seemed that it had something slightly different in mind, but still.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Glad to see someone approves. A deep and mighty power emanates from the Audra pillars. It resonates in the Grey Sleeper. As you kneel, the voices in the Grey Sleeper reach a low, peaceful harmony. A final surge of energy fills the blade, and the voices fall silent. You feel the curse snap right like rotten cord. 2 final lines appear along the blade of the S-Stock. A penance now complete, a burden now a gift. Keep this weapon at your side to remind you of your shrift. So I suppose I'm able to use that just as an ordinary weapon now. Although, how's it compare? Let's see. Damage is better. Actually, well, slower speed though. I'll have to mull over that. For now, though.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I walked again in your memories. This time they felt strange. I would see them again. Your vision gives way to waves of feeling, while you feel the jagged marks of violence you passed before. This time the path is easier. There is no resistance, and you set about casually harnessing her memory, focusing on the one you seek. There's a slow rush, a warmth, and your thoughts enter as before, circling the memory you shared when you first met. You find yourself back in the space inside the grieving mother's mind. It is familiar this time, and even though you feel you have seen countless births from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. Okay, so allows me to go through this motion again. I walked again in your dreams, thoughts, and I believe your memories. A mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrists quelling the rise within her. She is frightened, but curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
Can you tell me about the birthing bell?
The birthing bell. It is where I could draw new souls into the world. I recall some of the memory of it through what you have seen, but not all.
But what did you do when the Hollowborn came?
The curse.
There's a slight chill between the two of you, a current of emotion. The next thoughts come slowly, almost frightened into your mind, like terrified children, blanketed with a mother's fear.
You speak of the curse that fell upon the children. This curse that has fallen on this country.
She lowers her head. Something seems to surround you, a mist heavy and thick. As the grieving mother looks inward, it closes in, threatening to choke you. Finally, she raises her gaze, and the mist retreats. I know only that it is a scourge upon every heart in the Deerwood, and one that threatens to tear this country asunder. Where is the birthing bell located? The birthing bell lies deep in the great forests of the Deerwood, at the border of Glonfathen lands. Surrounding it, barely a town, not one you would find on any map, but it held an important place for those there, even if it were far from the beaten track. Small families tied like a knot, joined at the wrists in mind, in thought. All were welcomed, all had purpose. What's that you're wearing on your wrist? She extends her hands. Alright, so if the birthing chimes were given to newborns, why do you wear a set now?
There was no child to carry it.
And suddenly there is a rasping cry across your consciousness, and you see her flinch, visibly, as if struck. She raises her hand, and you see the chimes drape from them, yet they make no sound as she moves. In your memory, they look like... This is about the Hollowborn, isn't it?
The Hollowborn.
The same chill you felt before is stronger now, as if it's welling up around your feet, to your ankles. You feel a sudden urge to draw away, as if from an unpleasant memory.
The Hollowborn have a future. They can be saved, and the tells spoke of such.
How would you know? Have you seen this future?
They can be saved. They must be saved. You have seen the beauty in childbirth. What good came into the world there on the plateau. You helped me recall it. It is a memory we shared. It is the truth.
In the memory, you hid the chimes on your wrist from the mother. Why? It is not what I hid, but what she saw. She couldn't know. The grieving mother squeezes her eyes shut and brings her hands to her ears. No more equivocation. What really happened at the birthing bell?
And what would you consider real, Watcher? The truth that was experienced and remembered? Or the one that burned out only to be swept under the rug and forgotten like ash from a fireplace?
What happened mattered. Forgetting it doesn't make it less real.
And how much of your own life has been lost to the error of memory? How many loves and betrayals were colored with the false hues of emotion? A pity to wonder how much of your own life happened the way you recall.
Yeah?
The plot thickens, apparently. The plot thickens. Oh yeah, I need to go deal with that. Probably should have while I was still around. Alrighty. So, I guess this would probably be the best place to call it for now. I guess we can go see if there are any new bounties, although given that I've still got plenty of tasks to see to already. Well, we'll see. We shall see. For now, let's see if there's anything new. Not. I suppose we'll go ahead and set our starting point for the next. I'll go ahead and call the stream and then set my starting point.
Hello!
Alright. Nothing more to see to. So,
This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
it thinks someone has a problem. Alrighty, so I guess that is where we will call it for now. So, when next we venture in, we will head back into Russet Wood, see what we can figure out there, march around Long Watch Falls, see what lies there, head to Durgan's Battery, see what lies there. For all I know, there's going to be all sorts of insanity in play for the rest of the White March, and hopefully it'll be interesting insanity. So, what save are we on right now? Go. Whoops. And I forgot to save it. Oh, we'll give it a name. Well, that's easy enough. There we go. So, I guess next week we will see to more of the White March. So, in the meantime, thank you all for watching, and thank you for being patient with me as I got a little more angry at those encounters than I probably should have, but it has been a long day, hasn't it? Ah, well. I was looking forward to, well, I guess part of the problem is that I was partially looking forward to just doing more role-playing than I expected, and then I just end up doing a lot of combat this time around, so maybe it's just my own fault for focusing on something that ended up not happening, but for now, though, we'll see how things turn out. So, thank you all for watching, as I'll tab out to ruin the music and check on everything there. Alright, so, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.